College students in the US during the 2019 COVID pandemic were affected in various types of ways that impacted their educational situation. So for my proposal, I spoke about improving the standards and accessibility to online class technologies and any resources that you might need to access your classes online, as well as providing the training courses that would allow students to receive credit while working towards a certification in which they could actually work in the field of their choice. So obviously during the pandemic, jobs, financial stability, food stability, housing stability, it was all impacted as people were unable, for many people, they were unable to go to work, or maybe they had to work from home. And unfortunately, many of these students did not have the resources prior to entering the lockdown to sustain themselves throughout this time and to get them through it. So what I was proposing is that colleges invest the tuition money that they would, generally spend for people that are in school, since, obviously the lockdown, no one's going to be in schools anymore. So it's better that they invest this money into the technologies and any other aspects of online learning. And they could provide accessibility for students to come in and use their internet, or at least provide them with, computers, laptops, microphones, and cameras, just so they are able to access the classes. And when I refer to this, I do mean temporarily, obviously not just giving them, but temporarily allow them to have these devices to ensure that they can join. Because as I begin to speak about in my essay, a lot of students just did not have the access to internet or these technologies prior to the lockdown. And they were disproportionately affected by the pandemic than those who did have access, because they were able to almost, obviously not seamlessly transition, but they had a much easier transition period. And the beginning of it is definitely the worst, because that's when you have the most to learn from it. And so my proposal proves that there are social contingencies, that his claim of social contingencies does affect us, because obviously these students are in college because they want a degree. And due to these, these obstacles, they were just unable to receive that same level of education. So by providing a means for them to receive it, it's almost like filling in the gap of their social contingency, which would be, lacking an aspect that they require for this online education. And additionally, for the training courses, because financial stability was a large part of the identity contingencies that they face due to losing jobs, maybe having to take care of other people. There's many different types of contingencies that people could have faced, and it could have impacted them on a large financial level. So by providing them with training courses where they can, they can use this credits for their graduation and then go on right after and start a base level job in this career, they can get their stuff started, get connections, just start a base in that career, and get money while they're working through college. So I think these solutions kind of help fix the barrier, the gap in which these students are lacking, and it allows them to kind of get on a similar level than other students, I would say.